Guten Morgen. Isso. Simples, 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 simples. Simples, 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 simples. Gente. It's May 16th. So really more than 15 days of this. May 2025. 2025, eh? David, Mr. Lynch. David, slide Mr. Lynch. Can you hear me from here? He goes, and if he can't believe it. It's a Friday once again. 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 In Naples. Today, totally clear. Yes, today it really seems totally clear. Sky and atmosphere in general. It also seems very still now. If also same time with the wind, I don't think all the but in general a wine. And yes, it's early afternoon, but it's and they are 13 and 2 minutes. 66 and 2 Fahrenheit 19, so it's really soft, like you see in videos. Factory soft is a classic gadget that is used for the spring and also the beers. The reports are so if in summer it will be 4 years use. I created the change in June 17 of 2021, so 2021, so it will be 4 years. While classical other season, including spring, are still 3 years. So perhaps you don't remember. I think Mario Chinese supposed I'm sure that I see and everything is for the society sometimes I'm supposed effectively Chinese it's better perhaps separate for me and I didn't know to do the collaboration also for the fact the autumn spring summer and winter since fact for the autumn is just for cases so it's soft for the summer agitated for the winter agitated so in these cases in general so in these cases for the seasons classic adjective l'inglese for me was I think it was to è assolutamente incompresa. The really seems that having this per stato months pratica, really così. On May 20th will be 2 months of this spring away. Yes, it really seems that having this spring away is most of the months of this spring really since every fall it was a Friday, it was a Friday. And at the same time, earlier slight summer atmosphere of course in May, when you go to January, going to summer. For me, I don't know for some other people, or for me, OS good is still but the sky, but there's not atmosphere in January. Yes, today I say for sure that everything is just for reason, so it's really beautiful. It seems, if I can't believe it, that some of the things in this instant. It's a Friday once again, and as you know, it's a phone, it's a Friday. I should never do this. Respectively, the third, the red, white, the fifth, the red and black razors. Those are the reports. Yes, I really showed you the fifth 2 weeks ago, but yes, this is new since fact practically almost 20 days. So, I mean, if the last week no, because someone used took it at his work or in the part where he went. So only now after 2 weeks I show you to you once again and for since now for now for all the other times they are Fridays. So, and so practically the fourth, the blue and white really crash, while the third is since some months many months I believe that he crashed in fact. Still it was only a battery problem. In fact since that time using also it, and if I confess that the last 2 weeks it's also him I think really close to the real crash, so I think another few weeks and also it will crash also it for the moment I'm still using it, and this is the fifth, the important because it's really new, yes, and this is also a different model, and repeat, this is the real new and really good obviously. Practically yes, since 3 weeks I'm using both. Maybe in general less 30 minutes, and for the moment in the first 10 minutes, maximum 15 with the third, and all the other part with the fifth black and red. That as I bit, I think this is going to its end. For the moment I'm losing also. Good is a thing, the fact that both works. A bit important is that we have decided new razor, new fifth the black and red, and for these that are respectively repeat for these that are the third red and white, and for five the black red razors, non lo so, 100%. Generally for this it is a fourth channel con la star lobby, so when I put the inches and time also for me as a kind of a bridge, I mean, like a buona chance, because you know, at this point, so much better music, so most of us preso lo so io, off I chip get. Ieri after I think at number, I repeat this just before, 6 and 2 Fahrenheit, 19 Celsius. But, really, non si vede, non ci vede. Just before today, it's beautiful. Blue skies, color sunshine, posso dire, poi adesso fa sorry for this position, consider the hours, is the only position which I really show to you at the fact that I eat beautiful sunshine, also dire, but the fact really beautiful, in these cases, beautiful, sublime, sublime, that sense I cannot kiss these cases, like the case of the day, I cannot kiss it, it's possible. Okay, yes, but until now, satisfied consigliere Pia, consigliere George, consigliere actually GDP, the rule for now we'll have of radar, radically, yes, 7 hours and 10 minutes, yes, more or less in comparison to American events, because we know we are completely fresh rule, well, so it is so from mi dico il window io che questione su insomma tu praticamente insomma 2 years and a half the fact that only sentence is with important for it to thing to love for fact to eat security it's about yourself and also with this beautiful paint benches and also visible also better visible for me it's the initiative anzi poi si vede già and as regarded the shooter was visible in the continuous general use of the case for me, the case of the shot was the case at the second general shot. And finally, APG, si chiede di fare also in this case of the general shot. Va, questi sono le people from the channel. Questo è essere getting the door. Also the problem is that also scherzo. And finally, I get backwards. Today it's yes, late in general. Questo adesso così late mi fa una certa buona parte si fare con record. Riacci sembra ci si questo solo a can make finta di sfilmare. E starti with the finta di parte di si fotografia. Speaker the record is ready for December 53. I suoi social, ma ti repeat, close as regard the record. Latest for us. They're just rolling, obviously. Just rolling quote 13 and 2 wins. It's just. But, the really important thing is to show cinema is that it's a way also today, fortunately, so I'm really happy. No, so, it's the same. che fa, si sono mosso, absolutely. And so you since 2 weeks, we had a short with the biscuits with many beautiful combos of million biscuits and serious. The one of the best kind of biscuits. And a cookie with chocolate teaspoons, and if not mistaken, they were also the biscuits of Mr. Lynch and the cigarette. But in particular, there are 2 things that I really want to cigarette. The first one is about milk, fatto 2 shots, tonic and the coffee. Obviously, toast and squeak chocolate, fa così non dai sulle shot francamente via dalla shot e quindi se usano le faccate in casa perché questa cosa si spira in particolare la mega mamma second thing is about 3 years perché la if there are beautiful sears tra la Conad Italian sears for me is at second place of position because the first place of position for me the PAM Italian sears in fact words I truly recommend them to you because they are really superb. I'll tomorrow as opposed for today. If I cannot till tomorrow, what will happen? My one will see. Illi su Brahmi si scioglie, and I cannot kiss the like this.